Boards don't hit back.
Boards don't hit back.
Everybody loves to quote that phrase. The meaning behind it is, sure, you can break a board, but boards don't hit back. So in other words, what's the purpose of breaking boards? Well, let's go back to my very first board break. So my first board break was a side kick. I remember being so nervous for that kick, but I went up there like everybody else has done 1,000 times before, and I broke my board. I felt this sense of accomplishment. And the first thing I thought is, if I can do that, what else can I do? And that's really the power of breaking boards. Board breaking is a metaphor for life. There's two things in life that will hold you back: fear and frustration. And that's what that board represents. A lot of people think that it's impossible or it's really difficult to break a board. It's actually a lot easier than you think. So for my black belt test, I not only had to break boards, but I had to break a brick. And I was 18 years old at the time, so me and my 18-year-old brain had this bright idea that I was gonna punch the brick with my bare hands. So I had been doing knuckle push-ups on the concrete. I had been hitting boards and just hitting the bag over and over, preparing my knuckles, my nerves, and my bones to get ready to punch this brick. So I had this image in my mind, and I replayed this image over and over. And the image was of my instructor's instructor. His name is Master Kim, and he steps up one day at a belt test, and he puts 5 boards together. Now when you stack 5 boards together, that's really thick. And I remember him getting ready to break the boards, and he said, everybody count to 3, and we all counted 1, 2, 3, and he reared back like he was gonna break the board, and then he kind of laughed and said, just kidding. And then he proceeded to go into a different zone. He got focused. You could see that his body changed, his facial expressions changed. He got into this deep stance and he started breathing in and out and lining his fist up with the board. And I remember just being in awe at him and watching his focus and his presence as he's about to break these 5 boards. Now you gotta remember, at that time, to me, Master Kim was like the real life Mr. Miyagi, right? And I was watching him do something so incredible. He let out this kia and he came in and hit the board as hard as he could. And the first hit, the boards don't break. In fact, the last board broke. And it reminded me of that scene where Jean-Claude Van Damme comes down, hits the bricks, and he breaks the last brick. And so Master Kim hit the boards, he reared back one more time, went in full power and broke all the boards. And I watched this video over and over and over because I wanted to mimic his movements and his intensity. So now, here I was, it was time for me to break my brick. I'm 135 pounds soaking wet, but I'm full of confidence. As I lined myself up to break this brick, I remember Master Kim, and I started visualizing myself breaking this brick. I go down to hit this brick, and I come down as hard as I can, and I remember just the feeling of coming down, and right before I hit this brick, I kind of closed my eyes, I grimace, and I hit as hard as I could. And the sound of me hitting that brick, I'll never forget it. My hand went down through the brick, and I brought my hand right back up, and I looked right where the brick was, and it was still there. I had not broken the brick. And I thought to myself, I've got one more hit in me. One more hit before the pain sets in. So within a split second, I decided to punch it one more time. And I did. And on the second try, it broke. And that was the day I earned my black belt. Man, when I was a little kid, I had no idea. If you would have told me I was gonna be breaking bricks and breaking boards with my bare hand, I would have thought, you're crazy. That's only something you see in movies, and superheroes do that. Real life people can't do that. I just remember thinking to myself at that time, if I can do this, I can do anything. So since then, I've gone on to break many, many more bricks and done different demonstrations: side kick, punch, chop, jump snap kicks, flying side kicks, elbow strikes, spinning hook kick, 540 spinning hook kicks, scissor kick, jump side punch, speed bricks, big bricks, little bricks, cinder blocks. I even broke a cinder block on accident. Baseball bats. Someone who really inspired me in my breaking journey was Master Chip Townsend. I remember watching Master Chip on ESPN. All I remember was this guy, he had a patch on one eye, and I saw him breaking baseball bats with his bare shin. Not only one, but multiple baseball bats. I decided to give it a try. And sure enough, it worked. And I was lucky enough to meet Chip years after that, and we've become friends, and he still inspires me to this day. So there really is no limit to what you can achieve, but you need people around you to inspire you. There's no way I would have ever tried breaking a board or a brick or a baseball bat if I hadn't had people in my life to inspire me. But it all started with that first time. What we like to do at Hero is we have our students, we want to make that first time special for them too. We want to show them that they can do things they never thought were possible. And although boards don't hit back, that's not the purpose of breaking boards. Punching bags don't hit back either, right? But we use them as a tool. We use boards as a tool to show our students that they can do anything if they put their mind to it.